Hello everybody, welcome back to the oneQclub. My name is Sebastian. I'm the founder, and this video is supposed to be a little update of what's been going on, where we've been for the last year. And so before I go there, I just want to explain a little bit who we are and what we do. So we're called the oneQclub, and basically the name started to come in existence about 3 years ago, when we were living out of bags. Me personally for 4 years now, and the doctor that I work with for 6.5 years, living out of bags without a base. So we would go from place to place with our backpacks and some plastic bags and sleep wherever we would find a place to sleep and help the poor. And so one night I remember we stayed at a friend's house and we had about 7 quetzales left, which is around $1. And I didn't eat for almost 2 days, and obviously I was quite hungry and a little bit angry and sad, and was just contemplating whether I was doing the right thing or not. And the doctor looked at me and he said, "Sebastian, you know, we have still a roof and we have a bed, and that's what a lot of people in this country don't have. So there's something you can be thankful for." And I started to think about it and eventually found faith within myself and said, yeah, it's true. Something to be thankful for, because it's not normal to have that. Not everybody in this world has it. And especially here in Guatemala, a lot of people suffer. There's about 60% of kids that are malnourished. They don't have enough food, if they have food at all. And 50% live below what should be considered a level where they could sustain a normal life. So a lot of people suffer tremendously from poverty, and obviously because they don't have the needs to go to hospital or medical care. They can't pay a doctor, they can't afford it, they can't afford medicine, so they suffer a lot from diabetes, from cancer, from gastritis, and all kinds of different diseases. And so our vision is to help them. My personal story is I was a teacher, and I remember one day where I was teaching and I just felt like so many people, so many kids that were just bored about what I was supposed to teach them. And I had this moment that I cannot do this anymore. I can no longer, and not for 30 more years in my life, pretend I'm doing something that's on purpose if I see that 80% of the clients or the customers or my pupils do not enjoy what I'm doing. So I stopped and I moved and I started to let everything behind me, leave my country, and come to Guatemala and help the poor. So last year, obviously, it was a bit of a tough year for everybody, and or an interesting year, maybe I should say. And so our story was we were actually going to do another clinic with a very interesting woman called Rosalina Tuyuk. She is indigenous and helps the indigenous people here in Guatemala, and so we set up clinics every now and then. But so for some reason this clinic wouldn't happen. We never got a call. So what we ended up doing is going to the beach for a couple of days, 2-3 days, to just relax and, you know, enjoy the sun and the heat, because we've all been tired. And so we get to the beach, and one of the workers in the house was ill, and she also had a friend who was severely ill. She was suffering from diabetes, and she had an ulcer on her right toe, and they wanted to cut off half of her leg because she had an ulcer on her big toe. And so we said, well, you know, we are working with bioelectric medicine, we are working with spooky 2 machines, and let's see if we can help. Let's see what we can do. So we brought her into the house and we started treating her. And so day by day she got a bit better and a bit better. And so what happened to be 3 days became 1 week. And the host, the Arturo, who owns the house, he left the beach and we stayed because we wanted to keep helping her. So 1 week became 2 weeks, and eventually the pandemic hit and nobody was supposed to move in or out of any place they were in. So we were stuck at the beach. But because we had quite a success with this woman, more and more people showed up, and we ended up having clinics for about 8 months with up to 60 people per day. And remember, there were 3 people that were maintaining those clinics. So we started to have a clinic, and there's just a few stories. So this is the woman with diabetes. Her name is Estela, and here you can see a little picture of her foot and how it improved. We also were working with, there was a grandma who had pneumonia, and she was really, really sick. She was 93 years old, and so they thought she's gonna die, so they bought a coffin and were preparing the funeral and everything while she was still alive, with a blood pressure of about 58, above 48, something like that, or 40. And so she was close to pass. And we go there with our machines, with colloidal silver, and we treat her every day. And eventually she comes back to life. And 10 days later, she's sitting in the hammock talking to me that she wants to go and dance. So what a wonderful story. And then there's also a story of a grandma that the roof caved in on her because there was a lot of rain, and so the roof wasn't stable anymore, and it fell down, and it smashed her pretty severely. So she broke, I think, 1 or 2 ribs, and there was no way she could go to the hospital. They're very, very poor. So friends brought them with the car to us, and we helped them as much as we could, and she could walk back out of the clinic by herself after 2 days. So these are just a few stories, and I'll talk about this more later. We're now currently trying to find a base so we can settle down and really focus on bringing this information to you. So just a little outlook, what we're planning to do. We are going next week into Comalapa and helping some locals there, just because we have been there 2 years ago and we want to go visit the people and see how they're doing. And so that's what's going to happen next week. And after that, we're planning to settle down and really start working on a bigger project. But more to that later. So I hope I'll share more information soon about the whole year 2020. There's a lot of interesting photos and videos and good stories. And so stay tuned if you want to see more about all that. Just for information, in order to do this work, we have a lot of faith. There's nobody that pays us. We live completely out of our own bags. So everything we do is for free. So going to the places, providing food and shelter for ourselves is all paid by our own pockets, which at times were very, very empty. So there's no organization that pays us. There's no, we're not paid by anyone. So all the work is for free. Even the clinics are for free. So when we treat the people, it's for free because they sometimes don't even have 50 cents to pay the bus to get to us, so they walk for 5 hours instead. So, and that's why we call ourselves the oneQclub. So no matter how low our budget is, we keep doing what we're doing, which is helping the poor, because we know their life is quite a bit tougher than ours. So if you want to help the oneQclub, and if you think that's a cool thing what we do, you can now go to our website www.oneQclub.com and donate a little bit of money, either in PayPal or in crypto. If you don't know what cryptocurrencies are, go and Google Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, etc. There's a bunch of them. There's some that are not so good. There's a lot of them that are good. And so you can pay in cryptocurrencies as well. I want to also say a special thank to all the people that have been involved in last year's help, in last year's project, which is especially the Jar family, Arturo Jar, and his parents that offered to stay in their house at the beach for free for about 8 months. Thanks to them we could do the clinic, thanks to them we had a place to stay, and thanks to them we helped over 1,000 people at the beach. I also want to thank the Padre, Selvin. He's a priest, a Catholic priest, who joined us because he was stuck also at the beach during this pandemic. He couldn't leave and go back to Belize, where he was working, and so he started helping us day in, day out, 24/7, no matter what time it was. He would be there and help us if we needed him, because we didn't have a car, so he would come and drive us around with his car. Absolutely amazing human being who helped us every day for 8 months without ever saying he's tired or he can't come or hasn't time or doesn't want to. He was always there, and he never expected anything in return. Very thankful for that. Also very thankful for Franklin. Franklin is another story. He is a guy that was in Switzerland and he came back to Guatemala with intestinal problems, which he tried to cure for months and months with antibiotics, and it didn't work. And so he came to our clinics because he heard that we might be able to help. And so we gave him colloidal silver, and within 5 days he was better. We put him also on the Spooky 2 machines, and so in 5 days that cleared him completely, and he was so happy. So he helped us every day for about 5 months without ever asking something in return. So even offerings that we gave to him, he would deny. He would say, like, I'm so happy you guys helped me. I didn't have to pay anything. I paid thousands of quetzales to try to get rid of gastritis with medicine, conventional medicine, and it didn't work, and you guys have cured me in 5 days. Now, that's amazing. And so we're still in contact with those people, and we're very excited and looking forward into the future about what we can do. Just a little disclaimer, this is not at all any medical advice or anything. We are just doing research, and we're providing people with what we can for free. So we don't cure anything, we don't claim we can cure anything, we don't claim that it's an official treatment, we don't claim that those machines work or that colloidal silver works. That should be very clear. So don't take these words as a medical advice. Go to your doctor, your physician. He knows what he's doing. I'm just a researcher. My name is Sebastian, and this is the oneQclub. Thank you very much for being here. Hello. So again, I want to make a statement that those machines are absolutely incredible machines, and just so it's really clear, these machines help the body to heal itself. So they improve the body's ability to heal itself. And so I want to again say a big thank you to the family Jar that provided the house that we could stay in for 8 months. I want to also say thank you to Jonathan that helped us endlessly every day from 7 o'clock in the morning till I don't know what time. Really nice guy, and we wouldn't have made it without him. I also want to say thank you to the priest Selvin, who has helped us just as Jonathan every day, and Franklin, who joined us later and helped us as well. Incredible guys, and I'm very thankful they were a big part of this mission, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of work, but also a lot of fun. I want to do also say a special, very special thank you to, first of all, the John and Echo from Spooky 2. They donated machines to us, and I'm very thankful. It's incredible what they have done for us, and they helped us so much. It wouldn't have been possible without them. I also want to say thank you to Carol and her beautiful kids from Zota, because they also helped us with donating machines, and it wouldn't have been possible to help so many people with the magnet pulsar and with the light machines. So thank you very much. I also want to thank specifically Jackie, who donated a machine to us, and Mary, who donated also a machine to us. So thank you very much, all of you, for all your help. It would not have been possible. And so just about the video, I'm sorry if there's some issues or a bit of a lag between the voice and the video. It's just we're still in a hostel, we don't have a base, so it's pretty improvised still, and we're trying our best, but I hope you enjoyed it. So stay around, there's gonna be more. See you soon.